Hey y'all, Jamie here, proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, I had walked into the dressing room in French Casino on Bourbon Street in New Orleans to catch a girl named Valerie. She was putting ground glass and foundation powder on her station where she got ready, and she was pouring urine into a hairspray bottle, a pump hairspray bottle. So I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? And she said, no, I know that bitch Sabrina has been doing my shit. I know she's been using my shit. I'm just saying, I'm not having people using my stuff at my station, blah, 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 blah. And Valerie had she had like an annoying kind of voice like that. She had one of those kind of voices. Not like mine isn't annoying, I'm sure. But anyway, so yeah, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you doing that to her? Because she's using my shit. I'm sick of it, Mary. I'm not gonna fucking put up with it anymore. All of that. So girl, I kept my mouth shut. Wasn't my place to fucking say nothing, Here's the thing. In our community, at least back in the old days, listen, I honestly, it's been a minute since I've hung out in clubs with the dolls. It's been a minute. I hang out with dolls online, don't get me wrong, but it's been a minute since I've lived in the clubs. So, I don't really know if it's still the same way, but back when I was out there, if it was between two bitches, it stayed between two bitches. You didn't get in it. Like, if it wasn't your business, bitch, mind yours. Unless it was like if it was your best friend or something, that was different. Like if it was a member of your little family group, well, obviously you defended them to the death. But if it was just two bitches out in the bar that you were like random friends with, girl, you let them handle that shit. Let them handle it, girl. They'll figure it out. Yes, that's kind of shady, I know. Again, I was a young, shady hooker. Are we all on the same page now? Okay, a young, shady hooker. So yes, I let Sabrina go back in the dressing room. I didn't say a word. Valerie went back out front. I sat there because I wanted to see the show. Yeah, I was that messy. I wanted to see the damn show. Y'all know y'all would have too. Come on now. Let's not play. Y'all know y'all would have too. So, Sabrina doesn't go for the powder. Good for her. She didn't go for the powder. But Sabrina had on like a fall hairpiece, okay? And so she starts teasing her fall. And she grabs the hairspray off of Valerie's station. And she starts spraying away. And I mean spraying away. Like, listen, I know that nowadays girls like all of that. Like their hair to be all bouncy and flowy and shit. Back then, honey, dolls wanted their shit to stay still. Stay still. So anyway, that's what was going on. She's spraying her head with that hairspray. And girl, she starts smelling like, why does this hairspray smell funny? And I couldn't help it. I busted the fuck out laughing. And she went off, Mary, what is in this hairspray? And then Valerie was like, bitch, and it was a big old thing. It was a big old to-do. Not my to-do though, but it was a big old to-do. So, I go out to the roundup, not on that night, but on another night. I go out to the roundup and there's Terry, and we go walking up the street to Gregory's, which is now called The Crossing if you live in New Orleans. Yeah, it's The Crossing at Dauphine and St. Louis. So back then it was called Gregory's, and we were walking to Gregory's, and there was a little scrawny guy named Blonde-Headed Tommy. I have talked about him in a previous video where I mentioned a guy named Bob Jackson, and Blonde-Headed Tommy was one of the boys that was trying to get in my pants with two other guys and trying to they tried it. They didn't succeed, but they tried it. So Blonde-Headed Tommy sees us. Well, there was this little other doll from Houston that had come into town named Jamie. Also, her name was named Jamie also. Skinny little brunette with a little pixie cut. Scrawny little brunette with a pixie cut. Young. Younger than us. I think she was 18. I was 19. Okay, I was so much older. Anyway, so Jamie had apparently run her mouth to Tommy. She had told Tommy some bullshit lies that apparently about Terry. That Terry was running her mouth about Tommy. So Tommy attacks Terry right there on this fucking street corner, y'all. Right on the corner of Dauphine and St. Louis. He attacks her. And I mean, she ends up with like a big abrasion on her face by the time it's over with. I'm going the fuck off. What is wrong with you, you sick little son of a bitch? What the, and he's screaming at me. I'm not going to let anybody talk shit about me. All that. So, once we knew that it was that little scrawny bitch, Jamie, here's the thing. She was staying at a motel called the Superdome Motor Inn. Me and Terry knew that. So, me and Terry take a little ride later that night, about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. We go to the Superdome Motor Inn together. Just the two of us. We go to the skinny little dark-haired Jamie's room, to her door, and we knock. And I said, "Hey girl, it's Jamie." Y'all know that routine. And she was like, "Who's with you?" "Nobody, girl, it's just me. I have to ask you something." She opened the door. And if y'all want to know what happened next, y'all know the routine, darlings. Be here tomorrow, and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.